Small businesses are an integral part of our community. And right now, with the corona pandemic, a lot of small businesses are struggling to make ends meet because of lack of cash flow. One such person is Lily, my massage therapist, who is 40 years old. And after 15 years in the community, she cannot make ends meet and she's struggling to make rent. So, our idea is centered around creating a platform that would enable users to prepay for their services in order to help businesses in their community. We are calling it Community Smarter because a community needs to come together to support businesses at times like these. And using this particular platform, businesses would be able to list their services, offer a discount to consumers for prepaying so that they can get the cash flow that they need to overcome the crisis. Our goal would be to help raise at least $1,000 for 1,000 businesses. And we'll show you why this is just the tip of the iceberg. So, how would it work? A business owner would log on to our platform to tell their story. They would record a video outlining their struggle, why do they need the money, and how will they use it. They would also list the services that they are willing to offer with the prepaid rates, the discounts, as well as the validity or if there are any restrictions. We would also offer expert help for these businesses. So, other than the cash flow issues, they would be able to figure out financial, mental health, marketing, and other concerns if they had any to overcome crises like this. From a consumer standpoint, they would prepay for services with the primary intention of helping businesses in their community. After prepaying, they have a few options on how to use the services. They could either wait for the stores to open up and then they could redeem it themselves later on, or they could forward it to someone that they know, or they could rely on the community smarter team to map individuals that are in need, people who might be recovering from the virus, or others in the community who need the service that they have already prepaid for. Or they could pay and do it for good karma. There would be other opportunities for these consumers to help businesses in their community. They could either help create buzz on social media, talk to the business owner to see if there is any other way that they can help them, or they could volunteer as an expert if the business was in their domain of expertise. For the Community Smarter team, the goal would be to build the foundation, to have a grassroots movement, to get volunteers and publicity around this platform, to recruit experts that can come and help these businesses, and make sure that there are opportunities for sponsorship, corporate matching, and other incentives for business owners to come and list their businesses so that they can avail of those opportunities that can get them through this crisis. Let's take a look at what that would look like. So this is the platform that the prototype that we have for the platform. And the main purpose would be for consumers to take a look at the business that are listed over here and see how they can make a difference. So in our initial pilot, we are targeting business that depend on high touch as part of their duties and they are impacted the most because of the pandemic. Think massage parlors, barber shops, or yoga studios. This is what a listing page would look like. So a business would tell their story through a video, text, give more context around why they are looking for help right now, and what is it that they need from their community and how the community can come together to help them out. For consumers, there would be different options of prepaying and then helping the business out. And then they would also be able to look at listings based on the zip code, or if they were interested in a particular service or looking at discounts available for massages or yoga studios that they could avail after the crisis is over. So there are two benefits for the consumers. One is they would be able to help local businesses. Second would be they would be able to get discounts for these services, have, rather than waiting for the pandemic to end and pay full price later on. So our total addressable market would be 500,000 businesses across the US. And these are the businesses in our target demographic that we have right now. For the POC, we would focus on two main metropolitan areas, Indianapolis and Dallas. Based on our communities, we believe these cities give us the maximum chance of success in tapping into our existing network, creating the movement, and then taking that into different cities. And these two cities would give us 16,000 businesses that we could help. For our go-to-market strategies, we would focus on familiar geos, run some pilots, and then roll out into different cities that need these services. Cities like San Jose, Boston, and Seattle, that the vendors over there are really struggling and they need these services. So we would use Dallas and Indianapolis as our pilot cities, and then learn from the pilot, and then roll out into major cities where the demand could be higher. We would recruit small medium businesses via personalized messages on social media, and then recruit influencers and volunteers that would help us create a word of mouth both online and offline. And we're hoping to leverage our use platform as well as collaborate with other universities to give us more credibility. So the delivery model, so we are so for this particular business model, we are moving away from the end client and the buyer being the same person. So this is the new business model would be that a person pays upfront to support businesses in their community, but the end client and buyer roles could be separated. So a person could use the services later on themselves, or they could forward it to their friend or someone else in need. And we see long-term potential in this idea even beyond pandemic right now, and then it can morph into a lot of different things. We conducted a survey on MTurk, and 78 people responded to the survey across the US with different income levels. And the key aspect was that most of them were willing to purchase at least one unit of prepaid service in order to help a business in their community. They also said that a university's endorsement would increase the likelihood and the purchase amount. And the main reason for their purchase would be helping out a business that's in need, a concern and care for others. And some of the potential concerns that they had was being able to redeem the service later on, and safety and transaction of the app. And that's why having an endorsement from a university and working with the big organizations would lend credibility to the system and allay those fears that are in consumers' minds. So what do we need? We need a team to help us build this platform because we see massive potential for it, and we want to start small but think big. And having a team would help us roll out the POC as well as help scale the system and take it to the next level. We also need business strategy guidance so that we can think small, medium, and long term strategy on how we can evolve this platform beyond the current pandemic into something that could be a resource for communities around the US and around the world in the coming years. As far as advertising budget is concerned, our main focus is going to be on word of mouth and creating a movement around organic traffic. But right now, time is of the essence. So by the time the organic traffic rolls up, we would want some market spend on Facebook ads in order to create awareness and get more small medium businesses onto the platform, because we believe if you are able to do that right now, it would help a lot of businesses stay afloat. We would also need recruits for volunteers and social media influencers to create the word of mouth and to help reduce the spend on media ad, and university endorsement to help boost the prepay amount that the users are willing to pay. This is the team that's working on the project right now, and we look forward to your support. Thank you.